Joining us now to explain more about what the governor was talking about yesterday, and as we continue to look forward to reopening, is Assemblyman Fong. Good morning, Assemblyman. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So let's first talk a little bit about the projections that the governor was talking about yesterday in regards to the budget, and they're astounding. I mean, $54 billion of a shortfall. How is this going to affect things like school, social services, and things of that nature going forward in the coming years?
Well, the budget deficit that was announced yesterday is a sobering reality, and I think a lot of individuals and a lot of California residents are still wrapping their hands around how large it is, and I think that the potential of impact on our everyday lives is going to be extensive if we don't find a way to reopen and revitalize the economy. The government, both the federal and the state government, can do so much. But as we've dealt with other recessions in the past, the key in getting out of those recessions as fast as possible and producing a healthier budget is to have a healthy economy. So it is time to scale up the reopening of our economy while protecting public health.
Okay, so let's talk about the economy reopening. The governor announced that phase 2 can begin today. It's going to allow some businesses to open that are considered low risk. One of the things that a lot of people are talking about, though, is that there's not enough in this second phase when it comes to reopening. Do you believe that?
Yes, we are. The opening today of phase 2 is the initial beginning of it. So right now we have a limited retail that is going to start today, along with some other sectors. But we are pushing the governor to open as many sectors and as many businesses as possible, as quickly and as safely as we can. There are additional guidances that are being reviewed for other industries and other sectors, and so we are encouraging the governor to move through those guidances as quickly as we can. In the meantime, there is the ability for counties to move faster by developing their own mitigation and action plans, and that is being done as we speak. So there are two tracks happening right now. The state of California, they're going to begin moving through stage 2, and hopefully we can get to stage 3 as possible. And then there is the option for counties, if they can propose and implement their own action plans, to move even faster. So we're moving through those tracks simultaneously.
Should churches be in that phase 2, do you believe?
Yes, absolutely. I think churches provide a vital role in our community. They're working right now providing volunteers and assistance to those in need. And so if you can go to a big box store or a Lowe's, a Costco, a Target safely, you can go. Our local churches can provide a safe environment for those to worship. What we have to do is provide churches in any industry right now an adequate time to plan. So not only should we be producing plans to reopen the economy and reopen society, but they need to be done in a way that gives everyone the ability to adequately get PPE, to adequately sanitize their locations, all the things that need to be done. You can't do that you can't do that immediately. You need to prepare for that. So we need to give everyone the adequate time to do that.
We've heard from, doctors across the nation really talking about how on both sides of this issue, whether or not it is to continue to practice social distancing and keep the economy closed for just a little bit longer, or to reopen, everyone is talking about that we're going to see a spike in cases. What do you think needs to happen in order for us to, reopen the economy, but also protect people who are, still dealing with this?
So we need to do both at the same time. I kind of, when I hear that argument, it's kind of a false choice. We need to do both simultaneously. We need to, of course, protect public health. COVID-19 is in our community, and so we need to, through our daily lives, be reminded of that. But we also need to reopen the economy because there's so many consequences to not doing so, and we to support our hospitals, to invest in public health, to invest in our schools, we need our businesses open. So when you look at what the county is doing, they're expanding testing. They're expanding our ability to track cases and outbreaks as they occur. We are putting in additional health protocols. We are working with nursing facilities, skilled any congregate care, homeless shelters, our jails. We need to do everything we can to ensure that our community can mitigate COVID-19 as we move forward and reopen, because we have to do both.
All right, Assemblyman Fong, thanks so much for joining us as we again prepare for phase 2 and reopening some businesses. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to have